Yeah, I'm from Nashville. No. I'm from the real Nashville. Natives in Nashville, raised on the west side when Preston Taylor was the jungle. Rappers didn't mumble, gangsters didn't dance. You got popped, you wore a muzzle. Streets had it cold, we don't know you, we don't love you. Now I'm standing in the crowd full of strangers in my city with some kid from California singing Conway Twitty. In my feelings, cause I'm feeling like the villain in the field. To be real, I don't recognize half the people here. There's a tear in my beard, make a toast, take a cheer. Live for the night, yesterday disappeared when they tore down my neighborhood. High-rise condo, friends in high places, fly high mondo.
I got blood drops in my whiskey. There's too many neon lights. No familiar hometown faces beneath these guitars late at night. These were stomping grounds once upon a time. Now it's all glam and flashy. I guess I'm old school, going down slow like them outlaw classics. It's that tequila, drinking coke, sniffing pill, popping poke, pimping, go get it. I'ma fuck around and leave with both women certified Nashvilleans, baby. We don't catch feelings, addicted to bad bitches, adrenaline fast living, record label, send a contract, I wipe my ass with it. Outlaws, no ass kissing, just like Johnny Cash did it. Yeah, this city, we been going hard long before they named the bars after country music stars. These cars tell them stories of them barroom brawls. The nights we stood in line to hit a line in bathroom stalls. Hit that Tiger Market 30 deep on Friday night. We gon' cruise, holler at girls, and just ride all night. I got blood drops in my whiskey. There's too many neon lights. No familiar hometown faces beneath these guitars late at night. These were stomping grounds once upon a time. Now it's all glam and flashy. I guess I'm old school, going down slow like them outlaw classics. So now I'm 17 years old, still wet behind my fucking ears. 5 deep in the primer, Monte Carlo, bumping through the Ville. Country as a mater from the outskirts of the sketchy danger zone. All I knew was eating chickens, chasing girls, and getting home. Past 2 o'clock, Music City went to sleep. Now it's me in New York City with a bunch of shiny teeth. Yeah, they running out of room, but dog, I'm used to pushing and shoving. I dove in every bar from Broadway to fucking DeMario. You ain't never seen a man with no legs jam out with the fiddle. You ain't never seen the witch with spoons get down and wear the whistle. You ain't never been surrounded by some rich kids up in Vandy, broke a beer bottle and chased them bitches all the way to Cactus West. Blood drops in my whiskey. There's too many neon lights. No familiar hometown faces beneath these guitars late at night. These were stomping grounds once upon a time. Now it's all glam and flashy. I guess I'm old school, going down slow like them outlaw classics.
Let the band play.
Church. I am the redneck bitch. Ha! Hillbilly. Hey! Hillbilly. Yeah! Came from the bottom like well water, bitch, 6-string, quick picking, what's good, motherfucker? Ribbon flag, bandana, chromed out, Harley Davidson, damn motherfucker. I stay all up in the limelight, higher than a damn kite. Might be sipping whiskey, trying to story of a bar fight. On MTV with a torchlight, smoking up a blunt while I'm playing with some terrorite bitch. I'm the barefoot rapper, everybody keeping distance from. You hear my name, you know I don't play what the fuck I'm about, where I came from. I know a lot of rednecks, know a lot of real thugs, know a lot of hillbillies, toting scraped off guns, know a lot of motherfuckers in the hunters where I'm from. With a huge pig farm, no fingers, no boom. Hillbilly. Clear bottom to your head to the beat of my kick drum. Raised in the south, rough hands with slick tongues. Ain't no shit, start of a bitch, come they get some. Sipping on yeast, I'm a 5-gallon milk jug, middle finger kind of guy. Packing me a big ass 1911. Truck so motherfucking loud, God could probably hear that shit way up in heaven. I'm the guy these wannabes rap about in damn near all their weak verses. Got that fire like a devil's son, but you know I'm accepted in all churches. Death to these weak rappers in the studio in a black hearse. Bitch, I'm sick like Zika virus. I'm the king now, son, bitch, close. Hillbilly. like me, shit, you could bite me. No Facebook beef. If you wanna come and fight me, don't like button heads, like it down like a bull. Stick my thumb in your head and the mouth your skull. Oh yeah. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. My throne, this is my throne. Heavy is the crown and this shit is so cold like my veins. I ain't never lied, casting out these demons like I'm casting out a line. Okay, chill, calm your horses, you get killed like abortions. I'm so real, make you feel them bullets hit you in your torso. How you want it, you can get it, split them like some firewood. I'm just out here by myself, wish a motherfucker would. Okay, hit him with a buckshot, no fuck shit, go ahead, call the cops, no fucks to give. What's up, bitch, looking for a lick, well shit, I'm pissed. I don't need no pistol, hit him with fist, life's a bitch, mine's a hooker and she's rich, and I'm a pimp, so up that money, miss me with that funny shit. Country rappers make me sick, half of y'all can't rap for shit. Coming at you like a pit, then I'm passing you like Vic. I feel bad for laughing when this half-ass rapping gonna quit. I ain't known for running, but just know I came to run this shit for real. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right.
Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. 2 times, hit 'em 2 times. Casting out these demons like I'm casting out a line. I ain't lying, fist fight. Who it like a girl in the woods, spinning tires. Painless like a pearl. Ayy, we got the sauce, you with the crust. Feel the hit, sit down deep in your gut. One total gunshot, made the barn rock with the fuck. Middle finger up, cook 'em in the crock pot. High bad while he's running, what up? You ain't never seen me coming, shut up. All my critics, mind your business. Ain't hear nothing but some crickets. Butter you up like homemade biscuits. Don't kiss ass, but damn sure kick it. Bitches, I'm up in these trenches, Buster looking like a princess. Princess up and lifted trucks. No DJ, but I mix it up. No replay, so live it up. Don't take L's, we winning, yup. We winning. Come get it. You fake it. We live. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rugged red glare, the
Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. Next Gen Racing Productions broadcast tonight of the High Country Trucking Series, presented to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. We're back to the task at hand here. These truck drivers gonna fight this high. I call it a high bank oval, but it's a fast-paced track here. Chicagoland Motor Speedway. We have about 10 minutes left or so left here in happy hour. We're riding around right now watching this little battle in happy hour going on between the 7 and the 072 there. Or that may be Cody Terry actually right alongside him. Getting in a longer run, it seems right here is what the 7 car of John Jenkins is doing, but the weather up here in Michigan is beautiful today. Absolutely. 78 degrees, that track temp 103. Those drivers probably want to see that drop down just a little bit as this race progresses through the afternoon. Hopefully that track temp will come down a little bit. Maybe the cars, maybe the trucks won't be flying around getting as loose as they will be out there on a hot, slick track. But right now, the 32, PJ Poppin, once again up there, fastest in happy hour. PJ, always one of those guys that's fast all the time. I mean, PJ's quick as hell everywhere we go, but he's also one of those drivers that just seems like he's just got a magnet for bad luck. Bad things are attracted to him. Seems like something's happening, some type of shenanigans or chaos, mayhem takes place and takes PJ out of the race before he even has a chance to really get going. And hate to see that for him, but right now showing that dominance once again out there with the fastest time in this happy hour with a 31.845. That was followed up by the 5 of Brandon Hartwell with a 31.849. So just a couple of thousandths, couple of hundredths separating those two as far as the happy hour leaderboard is concerned. But a couple things to keep in mind here at Chicago is the fact that I believe the idea I'm grasping from a lot of the crew chiefs down there tonight is the fact that the tires are probably going to be what brings you to pit road before that fuel cell emptying out does. A lot of the drivers out there really getting vocal on their radios around the 13 to 16 lap run. That's when they really start to get on the horn about how their trucks aren't handling right anymore. And so it's going to be interesting to see if we get some long green flag runs, who's able to balance their trucks to get the most out of it without putting themselves in harm's way. But that's all going to have to unfold throughout tonight's race. The Bella Bacinos 128 here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 12. So far this year, looks like we have, I believe, 8 different winners so far this year in 11 different races. Only 3 drivers, that being Alan Westman, that 96. John Jenkins in that 7 machine. As well as the 24 of Gavin Martin. Those are the only drivers that have been able to reach victory lane twice so far this season. So there's a handful of those chase spots already taken up. Just think about it. The 16 make the chase. Half of that was already taken. We have a 36 race season here in the High Country Trucking Series, and we're only on race number 12. As you see it, 3 wide here in happy hour, putting on a show For everybody out there watching on Next Gen Racing Productions, there you go, 3 wide action. Some guy's not afraid to possibly get things scuffed up and go pull the backup out for qualifying. So that's nice to see out there. Good racing action. 3 different lanes, but what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Got sidetracked by the good racing out there on track. That was nice to see. Big, wide track here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. So you would think that that's going to make it easier to have green flag runs, but sometimes these wider tracks can produce some bad instances. You just thinking you got a little more room than what you really do. Just because there's so much more track out there, you think, oh, okay, where that other truck's a little bit lower, maybe I can get on down in there. But, oh, back to what I was saying, now I remember, 8 out of 16, half of the chase is already locked in as long as they meet the minimum race requirements. And we still have a good 20 races to go before we even reach the beginning of our chase. So it's gonna be interesting, to say the least, to see who gets themselves locked into the chase over the next couple weeks, and they can just kind of throw caution to the wind and go out there and just try to race for wins, period. Not having to worry about whether they're going to be in the chase or not. Gamble with fuel mileage and tire strategies and pit stop strategies, stuff like that. But yeah, not really sure how the track is actually running right now. So what I'm going to try to do here is take a look around, see if anybody out there is not in their car. Let's see if we can't get a hold of that 22 of Cody Terry real quick. Cody down there slotted in the 14th position on the time and scoring, but we're going to see if we can't get a hold of Cody before he gets out there on track again. Cody, you got us?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, bud, hate to bother you here as happy hour's starting to wind down. Less than 3 minutes to go here, but just want to get an idea of how the track's feeling out there, how things going.
The track's kind of rough. About lap 10 or so, it gets real loose, so you're going to see a lot of people a lot of lap time starting to slow down, but hopefully we're going to try to keep it together for as long as we can and see how the track really lays out later on.
All right, well, you're slotted in 14th right now on the board. You think you can get any more out of her for qualifying?
Well, I hope so. See how it goes. It feels good. For a few laps, it feels real good. So hopefully those few laps I can get a good run in. So let's see how it goes.
All right, bud. Well, we'll go ahead and let you go, and maybe we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I'll see you later.
There you have it. That was the 22 of Cody Terry, 14th on the board right now in happy hour here. The High Country Trucking Series. Race number 12, the Bella Bacinos 128 at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. Can't wait for this race in action to get underway. Last year's defending series champion, Brian Mescal Jr., barely making it into the track. He's still unloading. He's going to have a hard time getting that thing out there and ready to go. Qualifying should get a lap or two in. And qualifying, though, Brian was actually out there at Bristol Motor Speedway watching that race. I thought it was a hell of a race, my personal opinion. But anyways, so he got to go and enjoy that today. Back here on track tonight, Chicagoland Motor Speedway High Country Trucking Series. Season number 3, race number 12. Presented to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Broadcast to you by Next Gen Racing Productions across Twitch and YouTube, with about 30 seconds left to go here in happy hour. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with you with all the action. You won't miss a single thing from qualifying here from Chicagoland Motor Speedway. If I could actually find the commercial I'm looking for, then maybe I could do it. But right now, I'm just having a hard time, so we'll be right back. And once again, as promised, not missing any of the action here on Next Gen Racing Productions. Looks like we're going to jump on board with that 47 of Troy Radford as he gets ready out there to make his qualifying laps coming out of pit road now. Going to go ahead and highlight all the drivers while we're watching them go around and make their laps here during their qualifying sessions. Look like we got a couple other takers out there right now. 66 of Donnie Stobbs. The 7 of John Jenkins. Thomas Light, Rick Reiner, Derek Robinson, Travis Arthur, Kendall Laverne, Andrew Nypower, Jeffrey Vandevort, BJ Popham, all out there already. A lot of truck drivers jumping out there early trying to put their laps down and take their position on the top of the charts if they can. PJ Popham right now slotted in first position. There you see Ray Radford only being able to get 7th. Had 5th, but knocked down to 7th. A couple other trucks coming by faster on their first time lap. The 57 of Damon Cox slotted in the 7th position now. PJ Popham still up there as your leader. That 32. Fast out there tonight. You see Ray coming to take his second time lap. Can he improve on that 10th place position? Not able to do it. Looks like Rick Reiner able to. Cody Terry spinning through the grass. That's not going to be good for him. Looks like PJ Popham still out there on the pole. Gonna jump on board here with Ray's son Troy. Troy in that 49 last week's winner. Let's see what he can do here. See if he can take that pole position away from that 32 of PJ Popham. There you go, taking that pole position away from that bad, fast truck of the 32 of PJ Popham. Looks like PJ's been actually pushed all the way down to 3rd. John Jenkins coming away, getting that 2nd place. Let's see who's going to go out now. Let's see who's out there. Who's going to take a shot, if anybody else is going to at all. Looks like we got a lot of trucks out there that have already qualified, about 17 or so. Already out there on track and qualified. We're going to jump on board with the 43 of Craig Learman as he's coming around to get his first time lap. See where he slots himself in. Looks like the 33 of Brian Maskill Jr. not going to get out there on track for qualifying. So he's going to have to come from the rear. The 13 of Victor Wagner up there inside the top 10, slotted in 8th position right now. Brendan Hartwell in that 5, slotted in 10th. Craig Learman coming away with 5th position right now. Excuse me. Chris Medford in that 48, slotting himself into second position on his second time lap. So he was out there getting after it. Not able to quite get the job done, though, and take that pole position away from that 49 just yet. Don't see anybody out there going around the track. Got some guys blowing down, going on pit road, finishing their lap up, but nobody actually starting a lap as of right now. So looks like with time running out, there you have it. You see the checkered flag there. That is the end of qualifying. There is your results. We're going to talk to your pole sitter, 49 of Troy Radford. Troy, you got us?
I do, bud. How are you doing tonight?
Pretty good, man. You're making a habit of being up here in the booth. Got the pole position here tonight. Hell of a job to knock that fast truck of PJ Popham off the pole position. What do you think you got for the long run here?
You know, I'm not real sure. I know the track's going to get loose here on the long run if we can get some good green flag runs, and I think that if we can get to that point and get some good long runs, that'll feed into me. I tend to be, when these things start getting loose, I tend to get a little bit better on the long run as opposed to the short run. So, yeah, hopefully we can keep that going. But no, I flat out hit that lap perfect. It was either that or I was going to pound the wall. So one of the two.
All right, I hear you, brother. Well, we're going to let you go as you get ready to go green flag racing here. So, good luck. Keep them elbows up. Maybe we'll talk to you later.
Hey, thank you much, man.
There you have it. That was your pole sitter, Troy Radford, in that 49, getting the job done. Going to run through your field here tonight for you. In first position, the 49, Troy Radford. In second, the 48 of Chris Medford. Coming in third position, the 22 of Cody Terry. In fourth, the 7 of John Jenkins. Fifth position, the 43 of Craig Learman, followed in sixth by the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. In seventh, the 32 of PJ Popham, followed by Rick Reinert in that 19 machine. Slotting in ninth position, the 97 of Andrew Nypower, followed in 10th by the 12 of Trent Drum. Back in the 11th position, the 8 of Brian Kaufman. 12th position, the 13 of Victor Wagner. In 13th position, the 28 of Kendall Laverne, followed in 14th by the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort. 15th, you got the 38 of Derek Robinson. 16th, there you see the 24 of Gavin Martin. 17th and 57 of Damon Coxon. And 18th, the 93. Maybe that's the 98 of Thomas Light. Yes, the 98 of Thomas Light. Sorry, I apologize about that. Back in 19th, the 47 of Ray Radford. And 20th, Donnie Stobbs coming back there in 21st position, the 86 of Travis Arthur, and in 22nd, David Smith Jr. 23rd, the 94 of Joshua Cottle, followed by Tommy Bush. In 24th position, back there in 25th, the 33, your defending series champion, Brian Mescal Jr. In 26th, the 96 of Alan Westman. 27th, you got the 46 of Justin Walters, followed by the 45 of Douglas Wasaki in 28th, and in 29th, the 77 of Lance Yancey. 30th, 44 of Adam Novak back there in 31st, the 71 of Jason Edmonston in 32nd, the 68 of Bobby Camden. 33rd, the 99 of Eric Blunt, and 34th, Mark Vyers. That right there is your field for tonight's race for the Bella Bacinos 128 here at Chicago Land Motor Speedway. You see your leader getting ready to go green flag racing. Pace car will make that left-hand turn. As soon as the green flag flies here, we'll get some good action going. There you see the pace cars off.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. Race cars are off side by side to the line for the lead. And Troy Radford down there on that bottom line, getting the run off the corner, not able to quite clear the 48 on the outside just yet, but still clear the bumper, just not able to slide up in front just yet. Now battling For second position is Cody Terry, along with Chris Medford. Close battling going on here. Multiple lanes deep, side by side racing from second all the way back to looks like about 9th or 10th place. Troy Radford able to open up the lead now just a little bit on the field as Cody Terry's able to take that second position away from Troy Radford. Big moment back there for John Jenkins. He's going to try to save that truck. Looks like he's able to get it saved. Get the job done on keeping his night alive and that truck alive. As you see, oh, contact between the 19 and the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. They're able to gather that up. Oh, truck back into the wall. Looks like that was Brandon Hartwell. Big, big moment for Brandon here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Sorry, I'm kind of yelling at my stuff right here. Giving me a hard time. Gonna see what takes place between that 5 and that 19. Looks like the 5 checks up a little bit, not to get into the truck in front of him. 19 not able to blow up quite enough. And Brandon trying to save it into the outside wall. A couple other big trucks involved. Big wreck. A lot of other trucks involved. They're going to be going down pit road, fixing their machines early with that one provided fast repair. So, back up here with your leader. Under caution, lap 4 out of 128 here on this big, fast-paced, high-bank 1.5 mile at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. Looks like your leader's electing to stay out right now, so that's a little interesting. In my opinion, I'd go ahead and get tires. Looks like we had a couple of takers. John Jenkins, one of them, notably back there, the 57 of Damon Cox, Justin Walters, Ray Radford, all of those guys electing to go in, get tires. Looks like most of them are taking 4 tires. Maybe just some strategy by the crew chiefs going back to the back of the pack. Not sure what happened here between the 99 of Eric Blunt and 77 of Lance Yancey being shown 4 laps down already here tonight. Well, no more fast repairs. So a lot of those drivers that were just caught up right there gonna have long days. Victor Wagner in the 13, one of those vehicles caught up. He's a lap down already. The 8, Brian Kaufman, also down 1 lap already. Looks like we're gonna have more than that down, as 32 of the 34 registered that came here tonight are still out there on track. But it looks like we've only got about 21 out of those 32 that are on the lead lap still. Big chunk of the field already hurt behind the 8 ball here tonight. Survival will be at the head of their notes for the rest of the evening, but Cody Terry, your leader, clean as a whistle. Well, actually, I apologize. Cody's in second position. The 49 of Troy Radford is still your leader. Was the leader since the drop of the green flag. So, I don't know why I got stuck on Cody being the leader, but, shit happens. Anyways, I want to see who's able to hold on to it later on in the run. I want to see who, about 16 laps into a run, I want to see who's fast then. You can have quick run speed. It's not really hard to dial in some brake bias, get the thing super loose, able to turn for you while under braking at all, or just tap the brake just to kick it a little bit out, a little sideways just to get a little momentum running. Just working your way off the corner exits here, but I want to see who's fast later, which I think this track is usually conducive with some green flag running. As long as you get those first 2 or 3 laps under your belt, things kind of start to settle down and settle in, as you've only got about 5 good laps on the tires. Yes, good. That's a description in terminology. If you didn't know that, then I don't know what to tell you. But you only got about, like I said, 4, maybe 5 laps of good on these tires, and then it's going to go away. So drivers are all aware of that. They're all trying to get what they can. But let's see what happens here. We've already had 1 caution here tonight at the Bella Bacinos 128 at Chicagoland Motor Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series race number 12. Pace car is going to duck off here. We're going to go back green flag racing. The field is in the hands of your leader, 49, who fires off as soon as he hits that restart line. 48 of Chris Medford off the second position without a problem. Cody Terry not getting a good start out at all outside front row. Falling from second back into third place. Looks like 43 of Craig Learman slotted in 4th position easily. Back there in 5th, Rick Reiner. We're going to go to a little bit wider of a field here just to open it up a little bit more. Try to catch a little bit more action for you. We still got some good racing going all through the field here. Everybody all over each other. The 072 looks like he's trying to make a pass on the 98 of Thomas Light back there for 10th position. So there's small battles going on all over the place. Back there in 16th, the 45 of Doug Wasaki trying to get by the 57 of Damon Cox. So as I said, there's little battles and things going on all over the field tonight. Looks like we got about 22 cars left on the lead lap is what I'm showing here tonight out of the 32 that took the green flag. That 49 of Troy Radford just still out there. Fast pace right now. Only about a 2/10 of a second lead, so not a lot to be comfortable about if you're Troy Radford, but enough breathing room to feel satisfied with where you're at. While we got a chance, we're going to go ahead give you one of our favorite cameras here at Next Gen Racing Productions. We're going to go ahead and shut the hell up and give it to you some crank it up style. Yeah, boy, getting the job done. Love those cameras. Love the action out there. Still leading by almost a half a second now. Troy Radford in that 49. Battle for second position between the 48. Chris Medford and the 22 of Cody Terry. Cody's trying to take the position. Chris not wanting to give it up. Holding strong out there on the outside. Cody Terry takes the position going down into turn 1. 48 looking to the outside. May try a crossover going down the backstretch. Not quite able to get there to get the job done. Still close quarters racing between the 22, the 48, the 43, and that 19 of Rick Reiner. That is 2nd through 5th. Leader Troy Radford now out to almost a second lead over this small pack. You got 3 trucks closing in on them. That's the 28, the 7, and the 072. They're all closing in now, trying to put their names in the hat. But want to just throw it out there real fast. Your defending series champion, Brian Mescal Jr., starting all the way in the rear of this field. Coming all the way up already, lap 14 inside the top 15, running in 12th position. Hats off to him. He's got his elbows up, that's for sure. Chris Medford in that 48, told you, didn't want to give it up just yet. Taking that second position back away now as the 43 of Craig Learman going to the inside of Cody Terry. They make contact. Cody into the outside wall a little bit. They fan out. They all get themselves by. But it looks like the big winner out of that was the 48 of Chris Medford, as he's been able to squirt himself on out and away from that little pack. Get himself a small little buffer zone. That's Kendall Laverne now taking that position away from Craig Learman. They're fighting for it, fighting for third. Rick Reinert right there on the bumper. He's trying to get by. Great action here tonight from Chicagoland Motor Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series. Brought to you by Next Gen Racing. Oh, almost contact. He's able to save it. Kendall Laverne able to save that truck. Keep it pointed in the right direction. Hell of a job right there. Him and the 19 almost making contact. Kendall evasive, big maneuver. Keeps it out of the grass. Keeps it pointed straight. Still slotted in inside the top 5. There you see the 19 able to finally make the pass on the 43 of Craig Learman. Now he's going to set his sights on that 48 of Chris Medford. His first and second position have now just stepped away. As you see right there, almost a 2.5 lead. 4-year leader, the 49 of Troy Radford, over second position, Chris Medford. Riding on the A post here with the 28 of Kendall Laverne. Just look at how close all these trucks are running with each other. There you see the leaders out there in front. That's first and second, third, fourth, fifth. All right here is Kendall's in 6th position right now, but he's got to worry about the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort right there behind him as well. Hell of a camera shot here tonight from the guys out there at Next Gen. Oh, contact between Kendall and Craig. Gonna probably bring out the caution. Caution is out. Oh my. Gonna give you a different look at this. Oh my, contact. You seen it right there from our A-pillar cam. Gonna give you a different look at it right here though. I don't think, looks like the 28 may have came up the track just a little bit. Craig trying not to get anybody. Don't think any more contact was made, so as long as Craig didn't destroy the wall there, everything should be okay. Close racing. I would call that a racing incident, but did seem like the 28 drifted just a little bit, but I mean, that's kind of the way you run the exit here. You kind of do drift out there towards that wall. So back under caution for what is the second time already here tonight. Lap 21 of 128 for High Country Trucking Series. Bella Bacinos, 128. Chicagoland Motor Speedway. Only been one leader out there tonight. You're looking at him. 49. Troy Radford, as I believe all the cars gonna come down pit lane this time. Take a look, looking down pit road here at all the trucks coming down at you. Looks like most of them are staying with the leaders and coming down pit road. Maybe a couple lap down cars out there electing to try to take a wave around, get a lap back or two. See a car smoking back there in the background. Hope that is not the 43 of Craig Learman. But definitely see a car back there smoking. That's not going to be good. There you seen the race off of pit road. The 48 of Chris Medford getting the job done off of pit road, coming out in front of that 49 of Troy Radford. Troy Radford's crew getting the job done, but he was just a little bit slower on the pedal. On and off pit lane, that's a 37.8 to a 38.7, so almost a second quicker total time. Troy Radford's crew guys got him 0.3 of a second, but Chris Medford 0.7 of a second faster. Total time on pit road. Able to get the lead away from Troy Radford coming off the pit road. Off of what was our second caution here tonight. While we have a quick second, we're going to go ahead and shoot to a real fast commercial break. We'll be right back here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. You won't miss any of the action here tonight for the High Country Trucking Series. Bella Bacinos 128. And as promised, not missing anything here at the Speedway. Rejoining our race with the pace light shutting the light. Pace car shutting his lights off. One to go before we restart this thing on lap 25 of 128. A lot of good drivers still out there. A lot of good side-by-side racing all through the field. Gonna be tough to decide where I want to hang out and who I want to watch, but right now we're gonna watch that 48 of Chris Medford, see if he's able to get the jump on that 49 of Troy Radford, if he'll be able to keep and maintain the lead. Troy was the fastest in qualifying, did take off and built himself quite a big gap under that green flag run there. Your leader, Chris Medford, electing the outside row to restart the race. I mean, I can't say it's interesting, as this is our first restart, really, so pace car is off. Chris fires off rather quickly. Troy Radford not getting that good of a jump, but the 072 having a horrible restart. Back there in fourth position. Not getting going at all. Looks like the 66 of Donnie Stobbs gonna come up there and snatch that fourth place away. It's Chris Medford stepping it out now over that 49. He's got his hands full. That 7 of John Jenkins. There you go. I mentioned him earlier. I'm gonna say his name once again. Your defending series champion, the 33. There you see him right there in the picture, inside the top 10, slotted in 7th. Came from the rear of the field, now all the way up towards the front, slotted himself in 7th position back there, running close with the 22 of Cody Terry. Thomas Slayton and Jeffrey Vandervoort all right there with that 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. driving his ass off to get to the front this early, this quick. Hats off to him and his crew getting the job done down there on pit road for him tonight, getting him a fast machine. Looks like Chris Medford starting to get reeled in just a little bit here. That battle for your lead still going on, but now it's a 3-pony show between that 48 of Chris Medford, Troy Radford, and John Jenkins. Troy Radford all over the bumper of that 48 of Chris Medford. I hope I don't hit the wrong camera. Yes, I did. Sorry about that. Sometimes I forget what camera it was adjusted to what. So my apologies there. Didn't miss anything though. That's Chris Medford with that clean air, able to just, I guess, stall out the runs that are created by the 49 of Troy Radford and the 7 of John Jenkins. It's like they can get up there to the bumper, but they can't do anything once they get there to the bumper. Still good battles going on. Looks like the 96 of Alan Westman battling with Brian Mescal Jr. for that 8th position now. Brian Mescal Jr. still slotting in 7th. Him and Alan Westman switching back and forth 7th and 8th. Lap after lap. Your leaders running up on lap cars. One goes high, one goes low. 3 wide with your leaders going through the middle. They clear without any incidents, but there's a lot of other lead lap cars. Oh, truck coming back up on onto the racing surface. Gets it back down there low. Oh my. These trucks fanning out and getting by that lap traffic. A lot of good cars, a lot of laps down already. 22 cars left on the lead lap right now out of the 32 that started this race here this evening for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 12. I don't know why I said race number 9, but season number 3, race number 9. Presented to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator. Broadcast to you across Twitch and YouTube by Next Gen Racing Productions. I want to thank everybody for joining, watching, liking, subscribing, all that jazz. I know these truck drivers out here appreciate it every time they get to go back and look at things from a different perspective, because things look a lot different from a broadcast booth than they do from the seat of your pants, so to speak. And just to give you a little bit of idea what we're saying here, we're gonna give you a little look at what you see from John Jenkins' point of view. So you can see the world looks a lot different through this point of view, from this angle, than where we see things. see things happen. Sometimes it looks differently. It may look like you're a little clear, and you're actually quite not clear. But sorry, but this is what the truckers see out there. And as you've seen, as John Jenkins was right there on the bumper of that 48, couldn't really see too much out there. Gonna take a little look back further in the field here. This little battle still going on between the 96, the 33, and the 98. Trent Drummond, 12, right there as well, running in 10th position. Tell you what we're gonna do here. Haven't really mentioned this so far tonight, but here we go. Your top fives, sponsored and brought to you by 946 Designs. Go check them out on Facebook. Anything you want seen on a car, truck, or any other vehicle on iRacing, just hit them boys up on Facebook. They're beast with a brush. Beast with the brush. I apologize. Get the job done. Hit them up. Give them a like. Follow them out there on Facebook. And as always, big shout out to all the kids out there at Hayward Elite Wrestling in Bethel, North Carolina. Also to WNC Elite, making their journey up there to Michigan this past weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Wrestling at a big national tournament. Caden Early, hell of a job, buddy. National champion, that's right. UNC Elite, Caden Early, Warrior Wrestling product from Heath Early. Big shout out to Heath. Hell of a job, Caden. Alexander, good job up there. Matthew Mahaffey as well. Proud of you boys. You did your best. Good job. But anyways, top five here after 40 laps out of 128. 49 of Troy Radford, still in first position. In second, the 7 of John Jenkins. In third place, the 48 of Chris Medford. And in fourth, the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort. In fifth place, the 66 of Donnie Stobbs. Sorry, I went on a little rant there when I got to the wrestling. But that's kind of what I do. Besides racing, it's wrestling. That's pretty much my life. But little battle here starting to brew. That is actually for second and third position between the 7 of John Jenkins and the 48 of Chris Medford. Troy Radford stepping out to about a half a second lead. You see Alan Westman back there trying to make a move on the 22 of Cody Terry. Side by side down the backstretch, the 22 with the 96 with the 33 of Brian Scull Jr. in tow. Let's see if I'm right on this one. There you see another angle off of the A-pillar, looking back this time instead of forward. That's back from the 22 of Cody Terry. Appreciate him and all his guys out there in the crew allowing us to attach his camera here to give you these good shots, as he's able to get himself back by that 96 of Alan Westman, who's going to have to deal with the 33 of Brian Musco Jr. Oh, Cody, you're a little loose on corner exit, had to lift. You've seen the 96 make up a lot of ground, working their way past the lap-down vehicle at 13 of Victor Wagner. Once again, hell of a job with these shots. There's the view of the opposite direction on Cody Terry's car. Appreciate him and his guys, as I said, allowing us to put those cameras out there on track. You've seen the 96 of Alan Westman, because Cody had to let out of the gas there to avoid running into the wall on the floor. Able to keep that momentum up, make the pass again. couple of lap down vehicle here. Our lead lap cars are having to contend with on lap 45 out of 128 here for the High Country Trucking Series race number 12. 8 different winners this year so far. Can we have a ninth? Will Troy Radford join that trio of 2-time winners? Will John Jenkins make it to be the one and only 3-time winner? Chris Medford also, can he make himself one of those 2-time winners? Your top 3 all have been to victory lane so far this year. As a matter of fact, 4 out of your top 6 have been to victory lane already. I don't want to say it's a kind of a prelude to the championship and the way that it's going to run, but the cream always seems to rise to the top, and here you have it. The trucks that are Cody Terry sideways, able to save it, keep it pointed straight. Gonna lose some time there to that 96. He's battling now with that 66 of Donnie Stobbs. Battle brewing for the lead. The 7 of John Jenkins has caught that 49 of Troy Radford. John's making a gap, stepping away from that 48 of Chris Medford. Now up there, pushing the fight, bringing it to that 49 of Troy Radford, letting Troy know, hey, it's not going to be an easy walk in the park. It's not going to be a Sunday drive, Dave, buddy. You're going to have to get up on the wheel for this one. Nice battle to watch take place here on track at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. 2 very distinctive lines, different distinctive lines going through turns 1 and 2. Pretty similar, almost mirror line going through 3 and 4. John Jenkins all over the bumper this time. 49 down to the grass, back up on track, still in front by 1 truck. Still green flag racing here off of turn 2. The 49 just barely gets back in front of that 7 of John Jenkins. 28 laps, or maybe 29 laps on these tires so far. So the tires have got to be screaming. The fuel cell may come into play here very, very shortly. How many laps battle for the lead now? Side by side is John Jenkins off of 2. Down the back stretch, still side by side as they go into 3. No advantage yet for the 7 on that bottom lane as he goes down and cuts down to the grass. The 49 still the leader at the stripe. Back by the 7 of John Jenkins as he works his way back down into the center of 1 and 2. Looks like the 46 of Justin Walters, he's your first taker for pit road under what will be green flag pit stops here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. Could get interesting. Looks like Alan Westman, the 96, also on pit road right now. Your leaders still staying out, working lap 30 now on this green flag run. Looks like Chris Medford in that 48 on pit road. Gonna keep an eye on Chris as he was in 3rd position, pitting earlier than your 2 leaders, who John Jenkins able to make the pass finally on Troy Radford, take that 1st position away before we're going to be stopping here for green flag pit stop. So it took the whole fuel run. John Jenkins eventually getting it done, making the pass, taking the lead, now leading his 2nd lap of the race as we work lap 54 out of 128 here tonight. Chicagoland Motor Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series. Now 32 laps. Looks like Chris Medford, that's going to be at least 3 laps earlier that he pitted. He is scored right now in 14th position. The first truck down the lap, but we got some other trucks, on pit road. Donnie Stobbs on pit road. Jeffrey Vandervoort, Rick Reiner, Craig Learman, all on pit road. Looks like we only have about 7 trucks still out there on track. So where is Chris Medford gonna rework himself into the field here? As we're on lap 33 now of this green flag run. I thought it'd be about 37 laps or so, give or take a lap or two. As John Jenkins hitting pit road, 49 of Troy Radford following close. Looked like the 7 may have been a little quick as he followed Adam Novak, who's now scored down a lap on pit road. Heck of a job by the 7 and the 49 to get their machines woed up in time to cross the line without getting a speeding penalty. But we're going to keep an eye on this gentleman right here. 48 of Chris Medford. Out there for what will be 3 laps now. So John Jenkins and Troy Radford stayed out for 3 laps. 2.5 laps, let's call it, okay. Or the hell with it, 2 laps. There you see them coming off of pit road. Chris Medford with a humongous lead now over John Jenkins, who must have had a hell of a pit stop. No, just able to get off of pit road just slightly quicker than Troy Radford, but that equates into a lot as they rejoin the field. Chris Medford going from 3rd position, about a 1.5 or so behind the leader, to now having almost a 2.5 lead over the 7 of John Jenkins. Looks like most of everything is going to shake down. Everybody has already made their pit stops. That being said, we're going to go ahead here and we're going to work ourselves through your top 10 here tonight. Chicagoland Motor Speedway's Bella Bacinos 128. Your leader, the 48 of Chris Medford. And in 2nd position, then another Toyota Tundra, the 7 of John Jenkins. And in 3rd position, in that Chevy, that yellow Chevy, the Nilly, 96 of Alan Westman. And in 4th place, the 49, another Toyota, Troy Radford. 5th position, the 8 of Brian Kaufman. Mr. Where did he come from? Up there in 8th position. Back in 6th, the Budweiser Toyota Tundra, the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort. And in 7th position, that Superman, the AC Delco Chevy Silverado, your defending series champion, Brian Mescal Jr., 7th place. In the Hot Wheels Chevy Silverado, Rick Reiner, 19, slotted in 8th position. In 9th place, the 12 of Trenton Drum. Back there in 10th, Donnie Stobbs. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and finish off the top 15 here. There's 11th place, the 43 of Craig Learman. Back in 12th, the 57 of Damon Cox. Followed in 13th by the 46 of Justin Walters. In 14th position, the 98 of Thomas Light. Rounding out your top 15. 45, Douglas Wasaki. There you have it. That was just a quick rundown of the field. Your leaders still working themselves through some lap traffic. John Jenkins taking away about half of that lead now from Chris Medford, but 96 of Alan Westman. Also one of those guys that pitted a little bit sooner running in third, got himself in between that 7 of John Jenkins and that 49 of Troy Radford. Wonder how Troy's truck handles now, back in a little bit dirtier air than what it's been used to from the beginning of this race, from the green flag of this race. He was out there up front, clean air, able to try to do what he wanted. Now back there, mired in traffic, not able to get much going on, as he's about 3.5 seconds behind. Behind your leader, the 48 of Chris Medford, who had that big pit strategy call. Alan Westman at 96, a two-time winner already this season, also made a big pit strategy call. Made up a ton of time. He pitted about 2 laps before Chris Medford, went from around 8th or 9th all the way up into 4th position. But also, now looking through the timing and scoring, that 8 of Brian Kaufman, Mr. Where did he come from, is what I said, but he pitted about that same time that Alan Westman did, actually a few laps sooner, so he picked up a huge amount of time. Obviously, probably giving up a little bit on the back end now as we work our way through this green flag run, as Brian Mescal Jr. in 33 able to just get by the 8 of Brian Kaufman, slotting himself into 6th. Brian falling back down into 7th. Rick Reinert following him back in 8th position. This here is a battle for your lead between John Jenkins and Chris Medford. John running them down all over his bumper as they work their way around. I can't really tell what lap car that is. I believe that may be the 98. Not quite sure, but able to make their way around that lap traffic fairly easy. John with about 3 lap fresher tires, so it shouldn't be a big difference, but it's going to be big enough here in another 2 or 3 laps. Those 3 lap fresher tires are definitely gonna show their face. Racing off of turn 2 down the backstretch, John Jenkins looking to the outside, side by side. Side by side through 3 and 4 for the lead. John Jenkins in the 7 on the outside, gets the run, takes the position away at the line. New leader, the 7 of John Jenkins, on lap 68 of 128 here tonight for the Bella Bacinos 128 at Chicagoland Motor Speedway or High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 12. Presented to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing simulator, broadcast to you across Twitch and YouTube by Next Gen Racing Productions. Once again, thank you, and as always, for all the love, support, views, likes, subscribes, all that jazz. Thanks for joining us. Your leader, John Jenkins, able to, in the past 2 laps or so, regain the lead and step out with a pretty hefty lead already. Almost a second over the 48 of Chris Medford. Troy Radford now finally able to get by that 96 of Alan Westman, but slotted back there in 3rd position. 3.3 seconds back behind your leader, John Jenkins. So Troy Radford's going to have his hands full trying to close that gap down and regain the early lead that he had. Not sure if he's going to be able to get that accomplished or not. Some trucks out there getting a little bit late on their fuel runs. Looks like the 57 of Damon Cox, the 8 of Brian Kaufman. Those guys going to be eyeballing pit road here in the next 10 or 12 laps. Your leader looks like he's still got about 15, 16 laps out there. So all these guys are going to start making themselves familiar where that pit road entry is, as we're down now Out of the 32 that took the green flag to start this race, we're down to 15 cars on the lead lap. A torrent pace here tonight. See if anything's really happened to the track. Looks like the track may have cooled off just a little bit here tonight for these truck drivers, but all in all, still a little bit warm out there. Gonna check on something real quick. I know how many cautions there's been. There's only been 2, but look at that. A 32.44 lap average here tonight so far for the 72 laps that we've already ran out of the 128 that we're going to run here tonight on this fast-paced, wide 1.5 mile oval in Chicagoland Motor Speedway. So these truck drivers getting it done. I mean, that's hella fast for an average lap time of a 32 truck field. As you see that ticker scrolling by, a lot of cars out with an early incident, but a lot still making their way through, getting the job done, fighting as best and as hard as they can. Back there, as of right now, looks like our Ironman award is going to go to that 13 of Vic Wagner. Vic scored right now 10 laps down, but still out there fighting in 23rd position, trying to get everything he can, thinking big picture here for this season. Season championships aren't won with one race until the last race. Battle looks like going on back here for round, oh no, looks like Chris Medford on pit road. Looked like a battle was starting to brew, but that was just Chris Medford heading down pit road already. So that's going to start to shake things up once again. No real close battles. The closest we got here is Brian Mescal Jr. working his way up to that 072. Brian Mescal Jr. choosing to come down pit road already as well. Gets on pit road. No trouble there. Hopefully he doesn't slide to his box or anything like that. Still under green here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway for what's now the second round of green flag pit stops for the High Country Trucking Series. Alan Westman now assuming the lead. John Jenkins going down pit road. How long will Alan choose to stay out there? Give up time on the track to the leaders. He short pitted a little bit last time, so maybe staying out is going to start to work him back up onto what should be about the same fuel strategy as the leaders. Going to keep our eye on two people, Chris Medford and Brian Mescal Jr. Those were the first two back down pit road as it seems. On my scoring chart here. Sorry, I don't know why I got stuck watching that one, but the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort in first, coming to pit road now. Justin Walters will assume the lead. Justin just now going into 3 and 4. And choosing to stay out even longer now. That 46 of Justin Walters. Maybe he's trying to stretch this thing to a different, I don't know, I believe. No matter what, he's not going to get 40 45 laps out of it. I believe that 35 is about the most you can get. So you're gonna have to pit again. Maybe he's trying to stretch it to a possible splash at the end, a splash and go at the end possible. Still out there on track. I know what some of you are thinking with what I'm about to say. I'm crazy as hell. What most of you will probably say is that I do believe Justin Walters will be coming to pit road the next time by. But what I would do if that's what I was trying to stretch out for is just a splash at the end, what I would do is I would come down pit road now. I would take that splash, but no tires. Go ahead and get the splash done and out of the way, and then come down and get my tires. That way, as these other truck drivers out there continue to run, you're going to be so much faster, second and a half faster, as you see the 19 of Rick Reinert, much faster than your leader Justin Walters. But that's the difference that you would have. You'd be that much faster for almost an entire fuel run for those guys, and you wouldn't have to stop. So once they stop, you just got to take care of it. I believe the strategy would work. I don't believe Justin's crew chief is going to make that type of call, but if I was up on the box, that'd be a call I would employ. As crew chief done that a few times for a fellow racer of ours in the next gen racing stable, Brian Littleton, able to spot and crew chief him into a Xfinity championship. But we're in the high country trucking series right now. This ain't Xfinity. This is some of the fastest, hardest driving talent on iRacing in these Camping World. Scratch that, Gander Mountain Truck Series. This sounds weird, the Gander Mountain Truck Series. I don't know. I still like Camping World Truck Series, so, but in these Camping World Truck Series bodies. So I mean, what happened in the cars really doesn't matter. Justin Walters still out there now, almost 10 laps longer than the 48 of Chris Medford. Chris Medford able to come back up into what is third position. So it not working out as big for him that time, as it looks like John Jenkins still has about a 2.5 second lead over Chris Medford. But Brian Maskill Jr. slotting himself into 6th. The 7th position, the 8 of Brian Kaufman. Hell of a good job. Hell of a good run. Mr. Where did he come from? All of a sudden up there, making his presence felt and his name known out here tonight at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. With only 12 cars on the lead lap, Justin Walters leading what is his 7th lap here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway for tonight's Bella Bacinos 128 for the High Country Trucking Series, race number 12. Running on lap 86, coming to take 87. Let's see if Justin goes to pit road just yet. Looks like John Jenkins is starting to really close that gap back in. Justin's going to have to be careful that when he pits, he doesn't end up coming out of the pits a lap down. That could be something that he's going to have to watch out for, as John Jenkins now within 5 seconds of your leader, Justin Walters. He's running the bottom. Got to be eyeballing that pit road and coming down any time here. I believe Justin is stretching this to where when he stops this time, that's it. I believe that's the goal. Because if he can stay out another 3 to 4 laps, if he can stay on another 3 to 4 laps here, he'd be able to make it. And there you see, coming to pit road, I'm not sure he's going to be able to make it. Oh, almost into the wall, getting it woed up in time. Hell of a job by Justin Walters, not crashing that truck, getting on pit road. But there you see, back in the hands of your leader very comfortably, with a 3.5 second lead over the 48 of Chris Medford. John Jenkins and that 7 machine just in another world now. Gonna look back through the field, see if we got anything going on. Gonna keep an eye to see if Justin Walters is able to stay on the lead lap. Because I don't think he's able to. He's now being scored 1 lap down. So I wonder how this is going to play out. About 39 laps to go. I do not believe there's a single truck out there running right now that can make it on fuel. So this is going to be interesting, to say the least. But John Jenkins showing that he really doesn't give a damn. He's just going to go out at get after a lap in and a lap out. Now a 4.5 second lead over second position. Only battle on track is actually between the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. and the 8 of Brian Kaufman. That's for 5th and 6th position. I say the only battle, but that's about a half a second or so. Oh, the 47 spinning around back on track. Caution is out. Oh my goodness, that is going to definitely shake up some things. I still don't believe anybody can make it on fuel from here. They're all going to pit Justin Walters, being scored in 13th position, holding out there as long as he could, hoping for a caution. Had to pit. Caution flies shortly after he pits, being scored 1 lap down. Tough break for him. The 98 of Thomas Light in front of him being showed. The first car 1 lap down, gonna receive the lucky dog. And I mean, I could go back and look, but it looked like the 47 just looped it. Is what it appeared. Just got there on the grass and it just sucked it around, and he looped it. I mean, that's all that was. Hard contact with the outside wall, but you got to watch doing that, touching that grass. It'll suck that thing around. Let's see what the leader John Jenkins does here. We're about halfway through a fuel cycle. I gotta believe most of the leaders will pit, but I do believe that 46 of Justin Walters is probably gonna stay out. But he's gonna be at a disadvantage now, definitely anyway, with 4 laps on his tires. So, tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna watch this race off of pit road. You've seen the 48 of Chris Medford as well as the 49 of Troy Radford slide through their boxes just a little bit. That's going to let John Jenkins get off pit road first without any problems. The 49 of Troy Radford giving up a ton of positions late here in the race on pit road. Oh Lord, sorry. I apologize, I kind of spaced out there. Shit. My fault. Anyways, your leader, John Jenkins, as I said, off of pit road without any struggle. He's got to be one of those guys wishing that caution didn't fly, as he had a very, very comfortable lead. He could have probably backed her down a little bit, tried to save some, minimize the time that he was going to have to stop for the last time. Could have minimized the time that he was going to have to stop for that last pit stop, and pretty much been Sunday driving for him. Out there with a 4.5 second lead. Now gonna have to get those elbows up, pull those belts tight one more time, get after it, go back green flag racing on a restart. Gonna have the 48 of Chris Medford, one of the truck drivers that have been up there all evening tonight. Led some laps. Gonna be defending the position from him, but also gonna have to keep his eye in the rear view on that 96 of Alan Westman, whose pit strategy is just fell into his hands. As looks like Chris Medford ducked down pit road. I believe he's worried about the fuel to the end of the race. So that puts, we're gonna go ahead and just say it now. Well, we really can't say it because slotted in beside him, starting in the second row on this restart here, the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. and the 8 of Brian Kaufman. Biggest movers of the race. Both drivers started in the rear of the field. Both drivers made their way up through the field methodically all evening long, now finding themselves in 3rd and 4th position for this restart on lap 96, coming to take lap 97 for High Country Trucking Series, Bella Bacinos 128. Pace car lights are off. It's going to make that left-hand turn. Field is in the hands of your leader, the 7 of John Jenkins, who's chosen the inside line. Have to see what happens as soon as that pace car does take that left-hand turn. Should be any moment now. There you see it. Pace car is off. John Jenkins now hitting the throttle, taking off, getting a good jump on that 96. 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. trying to fill the hole down through the front stretch into turn 1, side by side for second place. Close racing as they're on bumpers, working their way off of 2. Brian Mescal Jr. not able to get by the 96. Wiggles. Brian Mescal Jr. now into second position. Looking out the windshield at that 7 of John Jenkins, walking up the track just a little bit. The 96 back on the inside, working off the turn 4. Side by side, the 96 with the advantage going down back into turn 1. Takes that second position away. Brian Mescal Jr. surging back on the outside with a big run close to the wall on exit. Side by side down the back stretch. Second position back to Brian Mescal Jr. Still side by side racing as they come off of 4. The 96 goes to the apron close to the grass. Brian Mescal Jr. midway on the track. 96 not able to clear. Brian Mescal Jr. surges forward once again on that outside, side by side. One lane in between them, close to that wall on exit again. Brian Mescal Jr. with the momentum, with the run, almost clearing that 96 as he works his way into turn 3. Working back to the stripe, Brian Mescal Jr. finally gets the pass made. Oh, truck going around sideways in the back. That was Jeffrey Vandervoort sideways, able to maintain composure, straighten that thing up and drive off. Hell of a save. 7th position, the 072 of Jeffrey Vandervoort. Hell of a job, hell of a wheelman, Jeffrey. Great job, no caution. Lap 100 of 128. John Jenkins still your leader, but heavy pressure between the 96 of Alan Westman and the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. Both of these truck drivers all over the bumpers of each other, and soon to be the 7 of John Jenkins. Your leader taking the bottom of the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr., taking the middle to the high lane, trying to get the run off the corner. The 96 back side by side with him, close to the grass, dead even at the line. Give the position that time to 96 of Alan Weston. John Jenkins able to step away just ever so slightly once again as these two continue to battle with each other. Now the 96 surges forward back into second position. Brian Mescal Jr. still in the throttle though, not giving up the fight just yet, as we're on lap 103 of 128 for the Bella Bacinos, 128 for the High Country Trucking Series race number 12. These truck drivers out there hanging it all out, elbows up, tongues out, getting after it, trying to take every position they can. The 96 all over the bumper now of your leader, John Jenkins. Close battle still between first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You see them all right there, still within 1.5 seconds, first through fifth, all over each other. Late crank it up action for you here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. Still battle for your lead going on between John Jenkins and Alan Westman. Battle brewing more and more, lap after lap. The 96 all over the bumper this time of that 7 of John Jenkins. Each lap he inches closer and closer. The 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. lurking in the background. If they make a mistake, he's going to be ready to pounce all over it. Brian Kaufman making a hell of a statement tonight, sliding in 4th position right now as we run on track. Your top 5, brought to you by 946 Designs and Haywood Elite Wrestling Club. The one of first position, the 7 of John Jenkins. And second, the 96 of Alan Westman, followed by the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. 4th place, Brian Kaufman in the 66 of Donnie Stobbs. That's going to round out your top 5 right here tonight as we're starting to get closer and closer to the 10 lap to go mark. Alan Westman digging hard up into the wall, losing a ton of momentum. The 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. going to capitalize, take that 2nd position away. Now Brian's going to go see if he can do anything with that 7 of John Jenkins. We are working lap 108 of 128, coming through turns 3 and 4, back to the line to get the 10 to go signal here at the Bella Bacinos 128 at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. Well, I thought it would give us 10 to go that time, but it should be this time. See, sometimes I don't count correctly. But anyways, drop a little bit of unnecessary bullshit knowledge on you. It is 1 3/4 laps around here to equal 1 lap at Talladega. Just once again, a little bit of useless bullshit knowledge for you. from Next Gen Racing Productions. Glad I could amuse you. Anyways, your leader John Jenkins now stepping out to almost a second lead as this battle for second, third, and fourth is starting to get heavy, starting to get a little heated. I'm sorry, that was 20 to go. I don't know why I thought it was already 10 to go. That was a big difference. But anyways, still battling second position. Brian Mescal Jr., Alan Westman, Brian Kaufman. They're not sure who's going to finish where yet. Still making moves, trying to improve their position. Looks like Jeffrey Vandervoort fell all the way back into 9th position. Trent Drum rounding out your top 10 in that 12 machine. Got his hands full with the 46 of Justin Walters. Haven't spoken much of the 57 of Damon Cox, but he's slotting in 15th right now. Top 15 for him, keeping his standings, his season standings going on, as he's actually 5th in the season standings as of this morning prior to tonight's race. Should walk out of here pretty decently. Alan Westman gonna maintain that points lead, I do believe, without any issues, as he was about 29 points ahead of second place. Eric Blunt, who Eric had a tough time tonight. Mechanical failures, things of that nature forced him out before the race ever got started. So he's going to take a big points hit. Brandon Hartwell also taking a points hit. Although John Jenkins may make up some ground, I don't think he's going to be able to make up that much ground. He's about 34 points behind your points leader, Alan Westman. With Alan right now sitting, oh, what happened to Alan? Oh my goodness, as I was talking and looking over things, something happened to Alan Westman. No longer up there battling with Brian Mescal Jr. and Brian Kaufman. Alan now, oh, he's on pit road. Not sure what happened. Oh! The 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. having to hit pit road as well. Did he get slowed down in time? My. Interesting. Slides through the box, has to back up. Not going to be a good pit stop for your defending series champion, Brian Mescal Jr. Looking at the speeds right now of John Jenkins, it doesn't look like he's really saving. So he's got to be thinking he can make it. He's now 22 laps into this run. It's about 11 or 12 laps left in his fuel tank. There's about 12 laps left to go. John Jenkins cutting the motor off and coasting. Hearing, unless that was another car coming to pit road, sounded like John Jenkins was cutting the motor. And he is saving a ton right now. John Jenkins worried about his fuel mileage situation. Listen to him this time by as he works his way down into turn 3. He's definitely shutting it off. There you see the RPMs drop. He's shutting it off and just coasting. John Jenkins, fuel conservation mode right now as we come to lap 118 out of 128. He has about a 2-second lead over the 48 of Chris Medford. Brian Mescal Jr., Alan Westman, 2 truck drivers, didn't think they had enough to make it to the end. They pitted. They're slotted in. 1 lap down, 12th and 13th position. Donnie Stobbs, Brian Kaufman, both down a lap as well. Only 9 cars on the lead lap. Out of the 32 that started this evening, we still have 24 trucks out there running right now. hell of a testament to the skill and caliber of all these drivers out here in the High Country Trucking Series, presented to you by Next Gen Racing on iRacing.com. Just shows you the caliber of these guys. Alan Westman digging hard right now. Much faster than your leader. Almost 2 seconds a lap faster than your leader, John Jenkins, right now. John Jenkins' last lap was a 33.23 to Alan Westman's 32.13. So that was 1.1 second that lap. That's a lot. You're gaining a ton of time. John Jenkins still in that fuel conservation mode, as he's now just barely 1.5 seconds ahead of second place Chris Medford in that 48. Chris, not sure what he's doing, if he's in fuel conservation mode or not. We're going to take a look back here. I do not believe he is. We'll jump on board with Chris, see if he's employing any fuel saving strategies going into the corners here. He may be just getting on and off the gas a little bit later, and then a little bit sooner, as there you see Alan Westman. First car a lap down, going up here trying to put himself back on the lead lap the old school, old-fashioned way, racing his way back onto the lead lap. 7 laps to go. Can John Jenkins stretch it 7 more laps? 28 laps coming to 29 laps left on the fuel run. 6 laps to go, 29 laps already. It's 35 laps for a fuel run. I haven't seen anybody stretch it to 35 all night. Furthest I've seen has been 33. I'm not sure if it can be done. But there is a lot of drivers out there that are trying to do it. Looks like Justin Walters is one of those. He's going to fall prey to the 96 of Alan Westman. Five laps to go here tonight for the Bella Bacinos. 128 at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. There you see your leader, John Jenkins, leading 49 laps so far here tonight. 5 laps to go. This 1.5 mile D-shaped oval. 4 laps to go now. Does he have enough? 31 laps already ran on this cycle. Does he have another 4? He's definitely going for it, and I tell you what, having those 2 wins on the season, this is what allows you to try. You've already got 2 wins. All you have to do is make the minimum required races and be in the top 20 in points, which if you make the required amount of races and you've already won once or twice, you're pretty much going to be in the top 20. So you've got the wiggle room. You've got the fuck it, why not? You can go ahead and throw it out there and try it. And right now it's paying off and working for that 7 of John Jenkins, who takes 2 to go here tonight. The High Country Trucking Series race number 12. The Bella Bacinos 128 at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. Down the back stretch. Still giving up a little bit of time each lap to that 48 of Chris Medford, but I don't believe Chris is going to get there unless that 7 of John Jenkins runs out. And this will be 34 laps. White flag is out. 34 laps on this green flag run. Can he make it back to the line? down into turns 1 and 2 for the last time. Your leader, John Jenkins. You see the 8 of Brian Kaufman coming down to unlap himself. One of those truck drivers that didn't think he could stretch it. Getting himself back on the lead lap the hard way down into turn 3 for the last time here tonight at Chicagoland Motor Speedway is the 7 of John Jenkins. Off of 4, back to the line. Your race winner here tonight for the Bella Bacinos 128, the 7, John Jenkins. And there you see your leader, John Jenkins, getting the job done here tonight at Chicagoland Motor Speedway. Gonna see if we can't get a hold of one of our top finishing drivers here tonight. See if we can't get a hold of that 49. Coming away with 3rd position, Troy Radford. Troy, you got us?
Yeah, how are you doing tonight, man?
Doing good, man. I said before the race, after qualifying, hopefully we get to talk to you again. Glad we did. I'm sure you wish we were talking to you a little bit later after the race than what we are here tonight, but nonetheless, 3rd position, not a bad showing.
No, not at all. I killed myself. I was racing there with John, just kind of trying to bide my own time, and I just brushed the wall and got a little bit of right front damage there, into the first long run, and I really just couldn't compete with him after that with that damage. I would not pull down the straightaway, and then ended up getting, tried to get a little fuel strategy there worked, which ended up doing well. Came back up to 3rd. But, just really, it was a good race. I can't complain about the finish, but a little disappointed just with myself brushing that wall there.
All right, man. Well, real quick, you're making a name for yourself real fast here in the High Country Trucking Series brought to you by Next Gen Racing. You haven't been around long, but you've been solid finishes ever since you walked through the door, so hats off to you with that. Want to give any shout-outs, thanks, anything like that before we let you go?
Yeah, absolutely. A big shout-out, of course, to our team owner, Tyler Hilton with Falcon Motorsports. He was about 5 minutes from being able to make the race tonight. He was coming back from Bristol, but didn't make it, unfortunately. Chris Mefford, of course, teammate, getting out there, getting 2nd place. Say hi to my wife out there. I know she's out there working right now, working on her blog, The Evidence-Based Mommy. Of course, a really good parenting resource. If if we get any parents out there looking for stuff, check out Evidence-Based Mommy, and it does have a hyphen in it.
All right, well, that's a good plug. You sound like you've done that before. I might have to steal you.
Once or twice, and I'm still trying to get her to actually make her official slogan. It does have a hyphen in it.
That's great. Well, bud, we'll talk to you next week. Great finish here tonight.
Hey, thank you.
All right, that was your 3rd place finisher. Gonna see if we can't get a hold of our 2nd place finisher, his teammate actually, Chris Medford. Chris, you got us?
Sure do.
Hey, but couldn't quite get that 2nd win on the season. The 2nd place, gotta be happy with the points there.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. That 2nd short pit I done, I got kind of blocked in by a couple lap cars, so it kind of stalled me out quite a bit. Then we had that caution. I know we'll be cutting it close on fuel anyway, so I came down, topped it off, and rain out coming out of 4 on the last lap.
All right, well, tough luck. I know the race winner, John Jenkins. He was definitely saving fuel up there. So he just barely made it as well. But hell of a race. Want to give any shout out, thanks, anything like that to anybody before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the league. It's up and coming, which is always good. Good racing, better than last week. You guys for doing the broadcast. My teammate Troy, he had a good run. I know he had a little damage out in the last run, so it kind of stalled him out a little bit. John, good win. Way to save fuel. I thought I was actually going to catch him when he was running out, but he saved enough. All my other teammates, Tom and Tyler, they can't make it. Tyler was going to make it, but he had to re-download the software. Shout out to National Kidney Foundation, Falcon Motorsports, Hilton Crafts and Design. I think that's it.
All right, bud. Well, once again, hell of a finish here tonight. We look forward to speaking to you next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, that was your second place finisher, Chris Medford. Not able to get his second win of the season, but the man of the hour, John Jenkins, able to get his third win now on the season, put himself on a pedestal that nobody else can claim so far this year. John, you got us?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, hell of a job out there. Once you got a hold of that lead, it looked like you pretty much had the race, in hand. The 48 tried a short pit once on you. Got a pretty good distance over there. But after that, it was basically the John Jenkins show. Hell of a job out there tonight, bud.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a game of when to pit. I didn't even know he pitted early until I come out of the pits. But I knew I would chase him down, but I didn't know how many laps he had on me. And then I outran Troy there. He ran pretty good race. And just logging laps under that green run. And I don't know, that last caution, that was pretty questionable. To not hit anything in the tri-oval and spin on your own. So sure somebody will be taking a look at that, but other than that, I knew the fuel window was going to be, I figured I would run out, but I didn't pit. They pit coming to right before one to go for the green, and I just saved all the way through under caution. As soon as I got off pit road, I was saved all the way up until I pretty much hit the gas to go green, and then clutched it the rest of the time. So I've won quite a few races on the service, but this one's probably going to top a lot of them just because of all that went on and the fuel strategy. I still had another lap.
Well, you still had a hell of a run out there. I mean, I jumped on board with you at one time, and you were giving up some time, but you were clutching all the way through the center. And I knew right then what your strategy was. And is it those 2 wins already in hand that kind of allows you to make that call of, you know what, I'm not gonna play it safe and go and get gas. I'm gonna just run this out.
I felt like I was pretty dominant there, middle portion of the race once I got the lead. But, yeah, I got 2 wins. I can gamble like that, but, I'm here to win. I'm here to have a good time, like this group of guys.
All right, well, congratulations on your 3rd win of the season. Want to give any shout-out, thanks, anything like that before we go?
Yeah, give a shout-out to you and the broadcast. I'll probably go back and watch it. Either tomorrow or whichever day I can. And my girlfriend and her take care of the baby while I'm up racing. She's got to get up early for work tomorrow, and I don't. And Overtake Motorsports, those guys. And gosh, I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, Harpoon Designs. How can I forget that? And that's pretty much it.
All right, well, once again, like I said, man, good job. Great win. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, man. You have a good one.
All right, there you have it. That was your race winner, John Jenkins, able to get his 3rd win of the season so far, putting himself up there in a spot that nobody else can say that they have done so far this season, is win 3 races. So, once again, our night here at Next Gen Racing comes to a conclusion. But as always, we're going to leave you with a little bit of a wrestling video. As always, have a good one. Thank you for coming out.
Yellow Wolf, Catfish Billy, MWA Ghetto Cowboy motherfucker, Brian Jones.
Yeah, never had to walk away from anybody, always been about it from the jump. Yeah, never been a hater, never gave a fuck about a hater, never been a punk. Yeah, been an innovator, fuck an imitator, drop another hot potato, son. Take 'em back to Piedmont Park with Baby D and the Kings of Crunk. Rest in peace, Grip Plies, Speaker Fox and Lenny's Bar. Rest in peace, Zoo. You ain't dead, but to me you are. Still Dixie Mock for your bitch, still waving that flag. I'm New South and everything I drop, whether I sing or rap. X-Dax, suit up, you gonna need a hazmat. Leaving these fuckers chewed up like a muskrat in a backpack. I'll hang up the Ku Klux, and I ain't got to act black. I'll crack a cracker like I crack a plastic bag of Cracker Jacks. Pull up your bra. Quit spilling your guts, you better cook your pot. Two, you feeling yourself like jerking off to my tools. You willing to bet I'll make a splash like pot holes after it rains with your name just like a snot nose. You'll be running, trying to escape what's coming, but the exit's blocked, you're fucked. Oh, to be a woman, there's only one Michael Wayne, there's only one clever. As for the other white boy from Gadsden, psh, whatever, you're welcome. Now take that petty diss and run with it. Fuck around and I'll surround you like circumferences. You build a house of hate around what I have brung to this game. I'll make that place your home like the sons of Mutford did. Lame, I'm all the way up. Whoa, turn. You think you flame, you all the way suck. Choke, burnt. Bitch, I'm on fire like holiday nuts. Holding firm. You want the dough, I'm all the way buck. You'll learn. Hop in the back seat, bitch, hip hop is news, and you can use an Uber like a student pupil. I'm a teacher, reach your hand for the ruler. I'm a bruise your ego, abuse it, moving to the hall against the wall, stupid. Who's the man, who's the tutor? Letters flying till they dead or crying, and police are saying now, who's the shooter? Here I go, with a trench coat and a black rifle, 10 toes down, up like a light pole, middle finger up like a black rhinos. Born, I was born for the storm, I'm at home in a shit cyclone. Never let bygones be bygones. Brother, I'll say you let out of your bitch, rapper, no pieces, just bygone. Never thought the culture that I loved would be this sleazy. These videos all look alike, no wonder they can't see me. Is this the guy that said he was the hottest white boy since the one with dyed blonde hair? What the fuck, hold up, G, easy. I can't let this Tom Cruise looking motherfucker just paddle by. Don't know if I'm watching Vanilla Ice or Vanilla Sky. Marshall Mathers may have ignored you, but if you want the smoke, bring the foil. I'll boil you till the kettle's dry. Have a nice day, suave, eh? I'm a different breed, I'm a wolf, okay? Got so many styles, I could be your wardrobe, boy. Soul little boy flows, it's a Moj, poured in the past with your buttermilk pancakes. Mama's in the helper, daddy's in the bay. With the baby kids in my Chevrolet, bought the pepper spray and a banana for AKs. Bitch, holla Mayday, Mayday, and take it to the bank, it's another payday. Oh, you a baller, well take the ball and let me hear you kick that shit, Pele. The nerve of the shit they say. I'm permanently amazed, and your whiskey sucks, fucker. One sip, I wanted to go straight back to AA. Who else? I would just Post Malone, but he don't even rap. Fuck it, fuck Post Malone, just because to see if he answers back. All that chain stitching from Chill Bill and the cowboy boots and hats. Damn Posty, can't we be friends? Our clothes already match. Poser, spider, appropriation thief. Give a fuck how many records you sold, every fan you made is a leaf off of my tree. Boy, you're my seed, another mother in the game with the teeth I see. I just picked the bone with Post Malone and did it all on the B-side beat. Dribble through the middle up, crossover on them like I'm in the